To find the sum of the interior angles of a polygon, we're going to use the formula n minus 2 times 180. N is going to stand for the number of sides that we have in the polygon. So I can count up my sides in this first figure. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides. So I have an octagon. So to find out what those angles add up to inside of an octagon, I'm going to take 8 minus 2 and multiply that by 180. 8 minus 2 is of course 6. 6 times 180 gets me a total angle sum of 1080 degrees for that octagon. This formula works for any polygon, at least if it's convex. So for a 218 gon, I don't need to draw it, but I know that it's got 218 sides because that's what the n is in this case. So I've got my same formula, 218 minus 2. Multiply that by 180. I get 216 times 180, so a 218 gon should have an interior angle sum of 38,880 degrees. For this next problem, we actually want to work backwards. They've given us the interior angle sum, and they want us to classify or name the polygon that has an interior angle sum of 2,160 degrees. So what I'll do in this case is, because I'm working backwards, I'm just going to use my formula backwards. So our formula had us end with multiplying by 180, so I'm going to start with the reverse of that. I'm going to start with dividing by 180. And then our formula had us subtract 2, so the opposite of that would be to add 2. So my working backwards idea is just going to be to use my formula backwards. So let's take our interior angle sum, that's 2,160 degrees, and divide that by 180. That gets me 12. After that I'm going to add 2, following my formula in reverse, so I'll add 2 to that and get 14. That's going to be the number of sides that this polygon has. So it's got 14 sides. If I want to name a polygon with 14 sides, I would probably just call that 14 gon, since we don't have a specific name for that. In order to solve a question like this, where I'm asked to find a value of x, or an angle, in a polygon, the first thing I want to know is what the sum of the angles is supposed to be, and that will depend on how many sides I have. So whenever you're dealing with one of these, the first step is going to be to figure out what the angle should add up to. So use your formula, n minus 2 times 180. I've got 4 sides in this figure, it's a quadrilateral. So I've got 2 times 180, or 360 degrees. So I know that these 4 angles in this quadrilateral will add up to 360 degrees. That number will change as your number of sides change, so just be sure you repeat this step for every new polygon you have. After that, I'm just going to go ahead and add up all my angles. So I've got an x, I've got 108 degrees, I've got 121, and I've got 59. And I know that those 4 angles need to add up to 360 degrees. A quadrilateral's interior angles will add up to 360 degrees. And from there, it's just a matter of solving this algebra equation. So I'll add up my like terms and get x plus 288 has to be equal to 360. And once I subtract 288 from both sides, that missing angle must be 72 degrees. This would be a very easy one to check out. Just go and plug in 72 for x, add up those 4 angles, and make sure they do add up to 360.